Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code. This is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Wednesday, the 28th of the 7th, 2021. Time is 0440 GMT, 20 to 5 in the morning. Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime North American session. Right, yesterday then, the 27th, Tuesday, we had a positive opposed driver in the yen at plus 133, front and back door flows mainly coming out the dollar at minus 132, out the euro at minus 70, and the pound was the positive rock at plus 69, activity plus or minus 202. Intra-week then becoming more relevant. This is from Monday the 26th open to about 15 minutes ago. Got a negative opposed driver in the dollar, minus 245. Front and back door flows mainly going into the pound at plus 198, into the yen at plus 70, and the euro was a negative rock at minus 23. Activity plus or minus 268. So over the week then we've had dollar weakness driving, pound strength, yen strength, and euro acting as the negative rock on reasonable activity, 268. Right, intraday then, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a positive, what is it? It's actually unopposed, although it's a little bit different here because we've got a neutral rock. It's unopposed driver in the euro, plus 13. We've got front and back door flows mainly coming out the dollar at minus 9, out the yen at minus 4, and the pound is the neutral rock at 0. Activity plus or minus 13. So not much movement in the Asian session. Right. So what's been knocking it about? Right. Wednesday 28th today. We've had AUD data, positive CPI. We've got CAD CPI, and we've got the FOMC Fed minutes and rate decision later today. We've also got Tier 2 German consumer confidence. Right, and the other bit of news is the China stocks are selling off despite the stick coming out to try and get people to buy them. Right, so let's have a look at the flows. And then look at the asset classes. Our trades have improved significantly, so that's obviously to the good. We'll talk about that in a minute. Right. So if you look at the actual flows in the Asian session, we've got the euro is strong, except against the CAD and the AUD, which are stronger. Yen is weak across the board. The pound is strong, except against the euro, the CAD, and the AUD. The Swiss is weak, except against the yen and the dollar, which are weaker. The CAD is strong across the board. The AUD is strong, except against the euro and the CAD. The NZD is strong, except against the euro, the pound, and the CAD. And the dollar is weak, except against the yen and the Swiss. Right, so what have we got? We've got yen weakness in the Asian session, CAD strength. Take your pick in the middle. It's got a sort of it's still got this sort of risk on positive commodity currencies, negative yen and Swiss franc look to it. So that's where we are there. Right, so let's just have a look at the asset classes. So we'll start with the US dollar index as usual. try and get a grip of where we are in the market. Right, so US dollar index. It's got this sort of look about it. It's 0.25 from the high. So the dollar index has come back about 25% from our modelled high. So that's where we are. Gold normally likes a softer dollar. What's gold been up to? So gold's basically been like this. It has liked it slightly, but it's not really firing. It's 0.45 from the high, nearly half marks. Right, so oil. So oil had that very strong pump up, and then it's come back off, and now it's come back a bit. So it's 0.33 from the high. It's about a third off the modelled high. Wall Street had that high, came off, double top, treble top, and it's just slightly below there. S&P, major break on the up, come back, and it's just sub highs. Tech is pretty much likewise. It's had a second break as well, the tech. So that's where we are. Equity strong, sub highs, but very strong. US 10-year, which is the bond, which is the price this is. So you've got this sort of this arrangement. These are breaks. So the US 10-year is operating at about 0.2 from the high. So it's 20% in model terms below the most recent high of our modelling. So the price has gone right up, yields have come off, and now they've come back a bit. Yields came back, and now they're going soft again because the price is coming up. The bund then, which is the European equivalent. The bund has got a sort of a similar look to it. It's basically pretty much at the high. So the bund price is relatively higher than the US 10-year in terms of modelling. Therefore, the yields are a little bit softer in Europe at the moment. Right, copper. Copper, if you remember, was dirging for ages and then had this big break yesterday, or I think it was, and it's now just sub the highs. US steel has been dirging around for quite some time, and it's now 0.45 from the floor. You expect that to get a good pump up if they get this infrastructure bill through in the US. So that's where we are there. Let's just do the final analysis and just show you what our trades, what we're actually in. So we're long across the board basically. It's the easiest way of looking at it. We're long euro dollar, pound dollar, pound Swiss, euro NZD, pound NZD, and AUD NZD. So we've got 6 different trades running, multiple positions within those trades. Right, so what's happening then? So let's have a look. Right, the flows this week have been, as I said, we've had the soft dollar driving, and we've had the bulk of the flows going into the pound. The euro is thinking about coming up, and it's driving in the Asian session as the unopposed positive driver. Now the likelihood is that you're going to see obviously a bit of volatility as the noise hits for the and people sort of taking trades off to try and square off before the FOMC. But basically we think we're going to get we're going to get positive flows into the pound, positive flows into the euro, negative flows out of the yen, and negative flows out of the dollar. So that's basically it. So you got positive and negative, and then you're likely to see the AUD driving in the commodity currencies, to the exception of the NZD. As I said, we expect the AUD to start taking over from the NZD as the go-to commodity currency. So that's all basically plugged into our positions, and we expect them to improve dramatically over the next few weeks. So that's where we are. Hope that was useful. Thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow.